in-person questions first, so if anyone's in person has a question.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah, I think we'll go without mics. I don't think we have mics. Anyways, Mike, what in the world did you say at halftime?
I'm sorry.
What in the world did you say at halftime?
Some I can't repeat. I challenged them. We couldn't play any worse offensively. We actually were playing really good defense in the first half. Halftime was about, one of the things I said is, when we were in the bubble last year, we were in a losing streak and everything felt crappy and everything's going on. And we didn't quit, and I just felt like we had people hanging their heads at halftime and, when they were missing shots, they felt sorry for themselves, those kind of things. And you can't do that if you're a professional athlete. And then, I think that, we reinforced that we were actually playing pretty good defense. They were shooting a good percentage, but we had so many more shots. We were forcing turnovers, we were active. And then, we challenged them to attack the basket more instead of settling for jump shots. I thought our guards in the second half, particularly Tosh and Sid, attacked. They found bigs in the lane. Obviously, we had people in the second half, Tosh and Teresa and Maisha start making shots. And it's, but it was because of our attack mentality more than anything else. And I think that's the biggest part of it.
That's exactly what I was going to ask about was Tosh. She seemed to clearly take that to heart.
She's sitting right behind me, so I'm
good. We got her quick.
So I won't say anything bad about it.
What stood out the most about her second half, or the change in her from the first and second half?
I don't know. I mean, she was aggressive, I thought, in the first half more than most of our players, but, she missed a couple shots going to the basket. She got fouled on one, didn't get a call. And all of a sudden, the attack mentality, when you start finishing some shots, obviously, making a couple jumpers helps your confidence. But I think that, I think we got ourselves going, even though we were so bad offensively, because we kept staying aggressive defensively. Then we got some tip outs. We we got 23 points off their turnovers, and we haven't had that in a while, something like that. And that's a huge defense, and that's a huge difference. But I also think we could have even been better in that. When you force 27 turnovers, you should probably get at least 27 or 28 points. So that's something we can still get better at.
And last one from me, a little bit of a lineup change. It looked like coming out of the second half. You set Maisha to start. What was the thought process behind that?
Well, did you watch her play in the first half?
Yes, I did.
That's all. That was it. I mean, she was one of the people that got challenged. I mean, last year in the bubble, she got challenged and she stepped up. And my message is, if you can either feel sorry for the ball not going in, you feel sorry for yourself, or you can react. And Erica was playing so well, she deserved to play. We got a big lift tonight from Megan Gustafson. I mean, we were plus 11 while she was on the floor. Our bench, I think, scored close to 30 points. So we got contributions all around.
Yeah, Coach, that was gonna be my question about Megan. Just what'd she give you tonight, and why'd you trust her in that moment?
Well, I don't have a lot of options at the post. So, honestly, we got 4 posts without Elena and Tina here, and Megan does her work every day. And when you watch us, practice and you see what she does, and I'm watching what I would call mediocre in the first half, then you should put in somebody who busts their butt every time and see what happens. And the other thing is that she anticipates, little things like Tosh found her on a bounce pass on a roll to the layup. She wasn't surprised by it. She was ready to make the play. And then physically, she gives you a body in the lane. She knows she's not going to play a lot if Elena and Tina are playing. But it's one of those things, like, you never know when your chances come, and be ready for it. She was ready.
And I was waiting for a win to ask you this, but I'm getting married next week. Do you have any advice for me?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, man, I'm like at 39 years. Well, we have a saying around the house, when the going gets tough, the tough go scouting. So, a little separation once in a while on both sides.
Kara, your turn.
Jen.
Hey, Coach, not sure I can follow that up. But I will ask you, Erica McCall, obviously, she seemed to be everywhere in that second half. Beyond just her motor, what makes her so good at rebounding, and what kind of lift would you say she gave you guys tonight?
I think she knows who she is, first of all. She doesn't try to do things kind of outside of herself. Sometimes, you know, you have players today who want to try to do everything, and she knows where she's effective. She kind of carves out space underneath. She knows when teammates drive that hers is going to kind of come and help, and so she gets herself prepared early to be an offensive rebounder. I think the other part of it is she's learned to finish around the basket. And then she's one of our better communicators on defense. She talks, she's up where she's supposed to be on pick and rolls, and I think her teammates trust her for that kind of stuff.
And then last question for me, just wanted to ask, are you concerned at all about Ariel's shooting? If I did my math right, she's shooting 23% in her last 5 games now.
Yeah, I mean, we're all concerned about it, but I think she'll just work her way out of it. I mean, it's repetition. She's getting what we call star treatment defense. You know, when Tina and Elena are out there, you know, she was used to being kind of the third option. When those guys are out, she's seen double teams. She's seen people play on top of her. I'm only concerned because I don't want her to get frustrated. You know, and I've told her that. But tonight, it wasn't so much that she wasn't shooting well. We had a group that was on the court that earned being out there. Leilani and Sid were playing so well, I wasn't going to mess with it. And so that happens in games. Sometimes your best players have nights where they just can't make shots, or they go through a week of it. It's like a baseball hitter has a slump. You just got to let them play through it and get them out of it. But tonight was one of those special nights that other people were playing so great you had to leave them in.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.
That's it, Coach. Thank you.
All right.